Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning to one and all. I wish you a happy Independence Day. Let us discuss about the history, importance and significance of the Independence Day. Independence Day is both an occasion to celebrate and to remember the struggles of those who fought to give us this gift. It makes my heart beat with pride to see the colors of Independence Day spreading happiness and great joys all around. May the glory of Independence Day be with you forever. Today we come together, be the cause for the unity, make it beautiful day. Once again, I wish you a happy Independence Day. Independence Day of India, which is celebrated religiously throughout the country on 15th August every year. It holds tremendous ground in the list of national days since it reminds every Indian about the dawn of a new beginning, the beginning of an era of deliverance from the clutches of British colonialism of more than 200 years. It was on 15th August 1947 that India was declared independent from British colonialism and the reins of control were handed over the leaders of the country. On August 15, 1947, India had achieved independence after years of struggle. On this day, it ceased to be a colonial nation and secured full autonomy from the British that ruled over it for years. The day holds great significance in the heart of every Indian citizen living in India and abroad. We as Indians pay respect to all the leaders who fought bravely for our nation's freedom in the past. On this day, the Prime Minister of India will hoist our three-color flag at the Red Fort, Old Delhi. He will also deliver a speech to the nation as well. Independence Day, that is the 15th of August, is declared as a national holiday, which means every government office, post office, banks and stores will remain shut. While it is a celebratory annual occasion and a national holiday wherein people host the national flags, wear colors signifying the tricolor, people take part in many games and cultural programs, it also coincides with the patriotism of the country that brings back painful memories. Given that Indian was served on communal grounds, much to the dismay of many national leaders and ordinary citizens. On August 15, 1947, when the first Prime Minister of independent India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, hoisted the national flag at the Lahore Gate of Red Fort in New Delhi. The father of the nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, fasted in Calcutta. He is believed to have spent his time praying, fasting, spinning, and silently protesting the sectarian hatred that had taken over the country. Now let us discuss the history of Indian Independence Day. India was ruled by Britishers for many years. The East Indian Company ruled India for about 100 years. It was in 1757 when the East Indian Company won the Battle of Plassey. It was after the win when the company started exerting power over the India. Our nation had its rebellion against the foreign rules for the first time in 1957. The entire country united against British power. It was an unfortunate event as India was defeated back then, but after that time, India rule was then passed to the British, who ruled our country till India got its independence. Our nation faced a long campaign to gain independence. British has weakened after the two world wars and began thinking of ending its rule in India. In 1947, the British government declared the transfer of all powers to India by June 1948. But continuing tensions and violence between Muslims and Hindus led to a consensus for the partition of India into two separate states. To deal with this, the British government proposed on June 3, 1947, that any constitution framed by the Constituent Assembly of India will not be applicable to parts of the country that refuse to accept it. On the same day, a plan for partition was put into action by Lord Mountbatten, then the Viceroy of India. Mountbatten's plan was agreed to by both the Congress and the Muslim as new borders were drawn and the world map changed forever. Between 3 lakhs and 5 lakhs people died on both sides. On 15th August 1947 at midnight, India gained independence and was concluded by the iconic speech by Jawaharlal Nehru. Thirsty with density, India's freedom struggle has always been an inspiration to the work as it was the most non-violent champion in the world. The British rule over India came to an end with the powers transferred to the newly independent entities Pakistan and India. Lord Mountbatten became the first Governor General of the new Dominion of India and Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of independent India. The Constituent Assembly that was set up in 1946 became the Parliament of Indian Dominion. Let us discuss the significance of this day. This day reminds us of all the sacrifices that were made by our freedom fighters in order to set India free from British rule. August 15th is a national holiday and the day is then declared with flag hoisting, parades and cultural events. Now let us discuss some of the facts of Independence Day. India has been independent for 74 years. India is named after the river Indus. India had 14 Prime Minister, out of which one has been a female Prime Minister. India had 13 full-time presidents, out of which only one has been woman. The Indian national flag was designed by Pingali Venkayya, who was one of the freedom fighter and also an agricultural Andhra Pradesh. India's national anthem was adopted 3 years of post-independence. Mahatma Gandhi wasn't able to celebrate the first Independence Day in Delhi. Now let us discuss about national flag. The Indian national flag is the depiction of a country. The Indian national flag is the depiction of a country's social, economic and political values. A national flag of a country is a national honor. It carries the values on which the mere of foundation of that nation depends. Indian national flag is of utmost importance for the people of India and holds much spiritual value for them. It is the roof under which the feelings of nationalism and patriotism flourish. It represents that hopes and inspirations for the citizens of its country and a symbol of national pride. It is not just a piece of a cloth but a feelings of pride which helps the soldiers to sacrifice their lives just to keep it flying high in the sky. Let us remember some of the golden words from Mahatma Gandhi. about this national flag. A flag is a necessity for all nations. Millions have died for it. It is no doubt about a kind of idolatry which would be a sign to destroy. For a flag represents an idol, the unfurling of the Union Jack evokes in the English breast sentiments whose strength it is difficult to measure. The stars and stripes mean a world to the Americans. The stars and the ancient will call forth the best brave in Islam. It will be necessary for us Indian Muslims, Christian Jews, Parsis and all other to whom India is their home to recognize a common flag to live and to die for. These words are said by Mahatma Gandhi. Let us see who designed the Indian flag. The design of the flag of India that was first presented in 1921 to Mahatma Gandhi, leader of the All India Congress, and it was created by Pingali Venkayya. It consisted of the colors associated with two principal religions, red for Hindus and green for Muslims. In India, the term tricolor refers to the Indian flag. The national flag of India is horizontal tricolor. Saffron color shows courage, sacrifice and renunciation. White color shows truth and purity in thoughts, and dark green is the symbol of life prosperity. The Ashoka Chakra can be seen on the national flag where it is rendered in a navy blue color on a white background. The Ashoka Chakra has 24 spokes which inspire every Indian to work tirelessly for 24 hours. The Ashoka Chakra is the depiction of the Dharma Chakra, represent 24 spokes. Ashoka Chakra is also called the wheel of. Let us discuss the history of Ashoka Chakra. Writing in his journal Young India, Mahatma Gandhi first spoke about the need for an Indian flag in 1921. He proposed a flag with the chakra or spinning wheel at the center. The idea of spinning wheel was put forth by Lala Hansraj, and Gandhi commissioned Pingali Venkayya to design a flag on a red and green banner. The flag underwent so many changes and became the official flag of the Congress at the 1931 meeting. There are 24 spokes in the Ashoka Chakra which represent 24 qualities of a person. In the other words, these spokes can be termed as the 24 religious paths made for humans. All the paths mentioned in Ashoka Chakra will lead any country on the path of progress. This is probably the reason that designers of our national flag removed the chakra from it and put the Ashoka Chakra in the middle of the flag. The wheel is called the Ashoka Chakra because it appears on a number of edicts of Ashoka, the most prominent among which is the lion capital of Ashoka. Each spoke on the chakra symbolizes on one principle of life and also the 24 hours in a day, which is why it is also called the wheel of a time. Now let us discuss the importance of national flag. A national flag is a symbol for freedom or self-rule. The national flag is a symbol of national pride and it is the symbol of the political development of India. It provides a spiritual guidance to the people of India. National flag is a symbol of united India. National flag signifies the rules of self-governance of the nation. The national flag reminds us the courage and sacrifice of freedom fighters. It also teaches us to be grateful to Mother India for sustaining our needs. Our national flag is an inspiration to live in a peace and harmony with all living beings. The flag displays as a symbol of national joy and a national festivals. Now let us discuss the code of conduct for national flag. Being a national symbol, it is represented by every Indian, there are certain dots and does not lay down for common people regarding the Indian flag. When the flag is raised, the saffron color band should be at the top. No flag or emblem should be placed either above the national flag or to its right. All the flags to be placed to the left of the national flag if they are hung in a line. When the national flag is carried out in a procession or parade, it shall be on the marching right or in front of the center of the line, if there is a line of other flags. Normally, the flag should be fallen over important government buildings like the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Parliament House, the Supreme Court of India, the High Courts, the Secretariat, and the Commissioner offices, etc. The national flag or any imitation of it must not be used for the purpose of trade, businesses, or profession. The national flag should be always taken down in the evening at sunset. Let us discuss the celebrations of Independence Day. The national anthem is sung on this day. Flag raising ceremonies and drills are also conducted in every corner of the country. Indians make an effort to dress in a specific way to celebrate their nation and culture. Kite flying is another tradition that is followed on Independence Day with people of all age groups as participants. It represents the freedom that we achieved on this day. The Prime Minister of our country hoists our flag at the Red Fort in Old Delhi. A parade with members of army and police also takes place. A speech to the nation is delivered by PM, where he speaks on the country's accomplishments in all these years. The Prime Minister then delivers a televised address to the country recounting the major accomplishments of India during the previous year and outlining future challenges and goals. On this occasion, I want to remember the golden words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's speech. In 2007, APJ Abdul Kalam, inspiring speech on Indian at European Parliament. Abdul Kalam, who is also called Indian Missile Man and former president, gave this inspiring speech on India. The speech would be one of the most memorable ones by Kalam. He said, "I reminded of the dream of the Indian poet Kanyan Pungundranadar, who articulated 3000 years back in Tamil classic Purnavaru. He says that Yadum Muru Yavuran Kelir, which means I am a world citizen, every citizen is my own kith and kin." He said that 3000 years ago. The meaning of this is, where there is a righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is a beauty in the character, there is a harmony in the home. When there is a harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, then there is a peace in the world. These great golden words are said by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. All desire for my country is happiness. Let me be the first person to wish you a special happy Independence Day. Let's salute our great nation on this Independence Day. I hope you feel grateful for the freedom you have and are proud of the nation you were born to. Once again, I wish you a happy Independence Day. Thank you.